Hey everybody, I'm Brian Daniels, and it's time for another Is It Good review. It's the series where I tell you if a game is just good or not. Because, I mean, really, that's what you want to know, right? You don't really necessarily need to know what my score of the game is or what number I'm going to put on it. So I'm just going to tell you, like I would tell my friends, is this game good? And the game I'm going to be letting you know if it's good or not is NBA 2K25. This game has been out for a few weeks, and I want to thank 2K for providing me a review copy of the game to check out. So, without further ado, let's get right into it and let you know if NBA 2K25 is good or not. So, what you're going to be seeing here is some gameplay. So, right off the bat, the game itself looks great. It is a very good looking game. Graphically speaking, this game looks amazing. Uh, Never really had any issues with any bugs or glitches or what have you. And honestly, I mean, this game series really doesn't tend to have many bugs or glitches. There was no freezing, there was no my career freezing issues. There was no real server issues that I saw on this game when it came out. I didn't have any I didn't experience any problems in that regard with the game when I played it anyway. There are a few glaring issues that I'm going to get into when it comes to the shooting mechanics in that regard, but we'll get to that in a little bit later. But overall, when it came to just how smooth the game is, I think the game plays very, very smooth. I really didn't have any problems with that at all myself. Let me know in the comments below if you have any issues though with that. But first off, we're going to talk about as far as game modes go, the most popular game mode in these games, and that's My Career. So one thing I really loved about My Career is the city. The city started off when they started doing this several years ago. They made the city massive. This city is a lot more streamlined. There's like a main street here, which you can see me walking down on, and everything is just very easily accessible. You don't have to feel like you got to drive all over the place or walk all over the place just to get to certain places. All the main shops where you'll be buying like stuff for your My Player is all up and down this strip. All your main modes are down here too. Ante Up, the Rec, the Theater. Your affiliations are across away from each other on the right side there. You can look at the map. The map is way more condensed this time around, a lot smaller. Everything is very easily accessible, and I like this. I personally enjoyed the fact that everything wasn't scattered and everything is close. I appreciate that anyway. Fast traveling is easy to do. You just walk into a subway and you can go straight to your affiliation of choice. You can still drive like a go-kart. There's roller skates. There is one of those hoverboards now you get around in. Uh, what they also did here, you're seeing the My Player Builder, which once again is a lot easier to do this time around. You move the stats up and down. You'll see on the right side what badges you'll get for each stat that you decide to move up and down. Obviously, you're trying to get your My Player to a 99 overall, and you have to do a 99 overall. That's just how it works every year. And as you can see, I'm kind of playing with my build. I decided to go with a center build this year, which I feel has been really popular this time around. A lot of players playing with a center this time. It feels like that tends to be the more popular build. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite build is in NBA 2K25 this year to do. But for me, I never played as a center before until this year, and I decided to go with a center, and I've had a lot of fun playing as that. But as you adjust and make your adjustments on the My Player Builder, you'll see that you'll unlock different badges. You also have the ability to do like pro builds. They're going to be adding community builds to season 2, which season 1 is about to end here in a few weeks. So season 2 you'll have pro builds. So when you rebirth, you'll be able to access. Not pro builds, community builds. So those are going to be some of the more popular builds from the community. I would imagine those are going to be from other content creators, probably more popular uh, content creators at that will be uh, showing off, you know, their various builds, of course. But all in all, this My Player Builder is a lot easier to use, and it's a lot more user friendly. I would like to think. But you're seeing me here just kind of making some decisions on what I want, what stats I want to level up and things like that. As far as the My Player Builder goes, but all in all, I thoroughly enjoyed this build. um, you know, uh, Being able to see what badges. You can also see what takeovers. I don't show it here, but you can see what takeovers you can unlock because in this year, you're unlocking your takeovers. You're gonna have different takeovers. That's a new thing they added this year is the ability to have and unlock a multitude of takeovers based on your build. So you'll see, I don't show it here for whatever reason, but if you were to hit R2 on PS5, this is what I'm reviewing this game on. Uh, you'll be able to see what takeovers you'll have access to as you level up your build. So that was something I thought was kind of cool that they added this year was the ability to have more takeovers. Once you finish your build, you'll see what shades your my player will be. So mine is Victor Wembanyama, Joel Embiid, and Chet Holmgren. And that's what I have is a two-way inside the arc maestro. You can also test these builds as you build them to make sure it's what you want. You also will pick what team you want to start off with. It does show you, who you'll have to maybe positionally battle against on certain teams. I went with my home team, the Indiana Pacers, for this build, and that's what I chose. They added it this year FIBA, which is a new addition to the game. You can play as a FIBA team at the end of each season in my career. I mean, as in the NBA season, not the actual season, like the season pass. So at the end of each my career NBA season, you'll be asked what you want to do in your off season, and you have the ability to play in FIBA. You'll be able to choose up to 3 players in the NBA who you want to try to play with you in each FIBA game. And every 4 years, they'll play in a tournament where you can get up to 20,000 VC for winning the tournament, which I think is pretty nice in that regard to be able to get more VC. I did have an issue though. These teams, it says the teams are available in the game to play as, like Australia, Spain, Team USA, all that. But it wouldn't let me play as any other team. You'll see here, I'm trying to choose them, but it won't let me choose the other teams. So I don't know how you're supposed to unlock them. Let me know in the comments if I'm doing something wrong to unlock them. But the only team I could pick is Team USA and under the FIBA teams. So I don't know if I missed something there. Up next, we got to talk about my team. My team feels a lot more streamlined this year. The menus are a little bit easier to access, things like that. They did add My Team Rep, and you can see there's several different levels of rep: bronze, silver, gold, emerald, and etc. And they did finally bring back the auction house this year, which I was super duper happy with that they brought back the auction house. So you'll be able to unlock that once you hit gold rep. The auction house they took away from last year, and it made a lot of people upset in NBA 2K24, but they brought it back. But you will have to get to gold level auction house. They did also add new game modes to my team, with Breakout being one of those modes where it looks kind of like a board game. You can choose what difficulty. And the goal here, as you see on this map, is to try to get to the outer edge of the map, the gold places on the map, and that is where you're going to unlock the most rewards. You'll be having to play through various modes. If you do all game modes, you can also do a board which is just specifically like clutch time, triple threat, things like that. They also added this mode called King of the Court, where you're trying to literally beat King of the Court. Kind of reminds me of King of the Hill. There are rewards based on how well you do, what tier you get to in King of the Court, and you'll be able to do that. Um, so that is some of the game modes that they added for my team, and you're seeing that there as I kind of go through it as well. They also brought back salary cap, which was another very popular mode. A lot of people like that, which means you have to basically build your team and you can't go over a specific salary cap amount. And I think that's a very fun mode, which kind of makes you have to get creative. Domination is back. They brought that's a staple. You can play with your friends. And you can see there's the auction house, and they did the exchange. They don't have the ability to rate cards anymore, which they took that out. One mode they did add was Triple Threat Park, and you see that there, and you're gonna see me going into the Triple Threat Park here. This is a new online mode that they added where it's actually you get an entire park specifically for my team. So how this works is you'll have different courts. You can see some have 3 players where it's you have your own cards you use. Some you'll be playing one-on-one where you use all 3 of your cards. Cards as in the My Team cards. You're not going to be playing as your own My Player. You're going to be playing as the cards that you bring with you to the park, if that makes sense. So you can see you got uh, the 9 different courts here. All some are 3-on-3, some are 2-on-2, and some are 1-on-1 where it's you using all 3 of your cards. You can also open up packs in this park. There's a board up there. You see the little monitor up there, the little board up there. You can actually step on that and you can open up packs in front of other people in the My Team park. So I think that's kind of cool. They added this. Overall, talking about gameplay though, you're seeing some more gameplay here. Um, let's talk about shooting. I know a lot of you. I frequent the NBA 2K Reddit a lot. I know a lot of you are having issues with the shooting mechanics. Shooting in this game feels very RNG based. And the thing is, and I've always said this, and I don't think I've said this in a review, but I'll say it here. Am I the only one who feels like when you're playing in your season, like in your NBA season, timing and shooting feels so much different than it does when you're playing online? I don't know if it's because there's lag, if it's because it's online, but I have noticed that I hit way more threes or green shots when I'm playing in the NBA, my career, than I do when I'm playing in park versus other players, or if I'm playing in the rec. I don't know why that is, but is it supposed to be that way? I don't know. It feels like you would think that it would be better. I don't know if it's because also you can choose your difficulty it's probably because you can choose your difficulty in my career when you're playing an NBA season. But outside of that, shooting mechanics, the shooting just feels so RNG. You could be wide open and it not even give you a green. It give you a slightly late, a slightly early. You know how that this game feels like unless if you're shooting a 3, it feels like you should always you have to always hit a green to hit a 3. There are also some glitches where you'll see like John Morant here. This is in my career in my NBA season. He got traded to the Indiana Pacers team I play on, but I had to play a key game against the Grizzlies, which was the team he came from. And for some reason, John Morant was on both the Grizzlies and the Pacers. You're seeing that here right now. So just some that's one bug, I will say. That's a bug. I did say earlier there was no bugs and glitches. I take that back. That was one. You see he's on both teams. Yeah, makes no sense. Outside of that though, yeah, shooting in this game just feels very RNG. Uh the rebounding animations, the jumping animations are all different. I don't know why sometimes my guy will jump real high and I have the highest tier. I think I have gold rebound chaser, and sometimes he won't even like jump high to get rebounds. Why is that? Why are all the animations so RNG based? Sometimes my guy as a center will barely jump for a rebound. Other times he'll go after it. Why is that 2K? Why can't there be some consistency here? It should be stat based, not animation based, not random based. And sometimes it doesn't feel that way. But other than that, I would say, is it good? I think it's a good game. I don't think it's a great game. I don't think it's the best 2K, but I think it is an improvement from last year. And I do appreciate you guys watching my video. Thank you guys so much for checking it out this year. Thanks for watching my review of NBA 2K25. And let me know your thoughts on the game down in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of this game. Did you enjoy it? Did you like it? Was it good? What are some of your issues with NBA 2K25? Leave them down in the comments for me below, and be sure to also subscribe to us here on the domain VPC, which stands for Gaming, Pop Culture, and Entertainment, because those are the things we cover here. We review video games, we unbox gaming accessories, we go to conventions and do vlogs about them and review them as well here on our channel. So please do us a favor and subscribe to us here. And thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next Is It Good review.